In Gaza, a glimmer of hope turned into a bitter disappointment for residents eager to rebuild their shattered lives. The headline, Gazans' desperate search for cash after the truce, only to find banks empty. Imagine this. Palestinians, already struggling with limited food, water, and medical supplies, now face a new crisis. They desperately need cash to purchase essentials, but the banks, which reopened after a long hiatus, have no money to offer. Ahmad, a 38-year-old resident of Khan Yunis, was among those who rushed to the Bank of Palestine in Deir al-Balah. He eagerly anticipated accessing his salary, but his hopes were dashed when he discovered empty coffers. Abuful's story is a stark reminder of the challenges faced by those displaced by the conflict. The root of this financial drought can be traced back to the Hamas-Israel conflict 2 years ago. As tensions escalated, Gazans found themselves in a cash crunch. Banks struggled to stay open, and when the truce failed in March, they closed their doors. This left the existing Israeli currency trapped in a local trade loop, becoming increasingly worn out over time. The situation caught the attention of UN experts who criticized Israel's financial restrictions. They highlighted the destruction of banks and ATMs, the blockade of new currency, and the challenges posed by power outages on digital payments. But the real shocker? The revelation that cash reserves were allegedly found in tunnels under Gaza, suggesting a complex financial web. The recent ceasefire brought a glimmer of hope, with 2 Bank of Palestine branches reopening. However, the lack of cash left customers frustrated. Gazans are now forced to rely on pre-war cash reserves and innovative banking apps for transactions, with some even resorting to repairing tattered banknotes. And here's where it gets controversial. The Israeli army's discovery of cash reserves in tunnels, allegedly linked to Iran-Hamas transactions. But with Gazans still struggling to access their own money, it raises questions about the distribution of these funds. Could this be a missed opportunity for economic relief? The human impact is devastating. Taysir Abu Shabak's plea for help resonates. How will we eat and live? Nada Aburamra's despair is palpable as she describes the exhaustion of paying high fees to withdraw meager amounts. This crisis highlights the intricate challenges of post-conflict recovery. But the question remains, how can Gazans access the financial resources they desperately need? The answer may lie in a combination of international aid, local innovation, and addressing the underlying political tensions. What do you think? Is there a way to break this financial deadlock and provide much-needed relief to the people of Gaza?